My name is Omar Saiboo Camara. I am the spokesperson of Gambians Against Looted Asset, GALA. So GALA's role in this whole process is continuity with the call for accountability. Accountability is a process. Our first role was to ensure that the state and the government institutions do things that will lead us to where we are today, and they have done that. But now here is the most important thing, that the implementation of the recommendations of the report, GALA will follow the implementation process and ensure that accountability is done on institutions and individuals that are found culpable in the sales and disposals of the Jammeh assets. So the work continues. We're going to continue to monitor and ensure that accountability is not postponed, nor is it selective. So what we will try to do is to call on the executive, under whose shoulder the final recommendation implementation lie on, to ensure that they fully implement this. And if they don't, we are going to protest against them, we are going to call them out. But also another thing is we are going to be highlighting these key recommendations for every Gambian to understand what is Chapter 5 talking about, what is Chapter 3 talking about, what is the findings and what is the recommendation, so that collectively we don't just hold them accountable, but we'll also justify to the public why they need to be held accountable. So obviously, like you said, accountability and transparency have to turn from being mere terms to be put into action, and this is what GALA will exactly do. So I think there have been some legal loopholes in that. And because the National Assembly Select Committee or any other National Assembly investigative reports are not actually binding, they are recommendations that are further into investigation. Let's say, for example, they don't have powers for criminal investigation. So if they find somebody liable for criminal prosecution, what they can do is to recommend for further investigations through the state. I'm not sure why the technicalities in the language change. However, whatever the case may be, they can change the language, but I dare them not to change the actuality of the report and what the accountability mechanisms are supposed to be. Thank you. Yes, so this is an addition to what we have done already. When the reports are out, the week that the report were out, it was in the Ramadan. We spent a whole night reviewing the report to make our position. We were supposed to communicate this to the public, but unfortunately we could not because another event outright. Now this training is an additional advantage for GALA and also for every civil society, especially we have legal personnel here now. We may have to look into our position and also how do we approach the recommendations. So this is a fantastic training. Thank you to Gambia participants, and this is an opportunity for us to broadly look at the report and then take a more concrete position towards what the implementation of the recommendations are and the GALA position. Like I said, the GALA position remains the same, that we will monitor and we will ensure that accountability and transparency is not postponed. Therefore, the executive have to implement the recommendations from this. That's the only way we can recover from all what has happened into the sales and the disposals of the Jammeh assets. Thank you.